I was in the Army for a little under 12 years. Ended up getting out on a medical. I was deployed to Iraq um, in the service for 1 year, and then actually ended up being over there for 4 additional years after that. When I got out, I went and I filed, and because I was in Iraq and my injuries were sustained in Iraq, um, I got a 30% rating. So ever since 2006, I'd been trying to get my rating fixed. Well, finally, it was my wife pushing and pushing and pushing, had her come over to the house and stand next to me while I made the phone call. And then when I finally got through, they said, "Hey, we're going to call you back in an hour if you have time to talk in an hour." And I was like, "Fine." And I mean, on the dot, they call. And then we start talking, end up on the phone for about an hour, hour and a half. And when I got off the phone, I told my wife, I said, "I think these are the people." I explained to them what happened, with their questions. They asked very good questions. And then they explained to me like what the next steps are going to be. And every time they said, "This is what's going to happen," that's what happened. It had been like 4 weeks. I'd called Trajector and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like, thought we should have got the stuff back because I thought I was done with the exams. And they're like, "Well, we're still waiting on 4 different exams. We're trying to get those set up." And that night when I got home, my wife's like, "Oh, here's a packet." And she hands me the packet. When I opened it up, I opened it to the second page. And in a box, it said, "You are 100%." So, like, the money is one thing, but then I probably save about $2,000 a month also in other benefits. I think for me, like, the biggest thing is, my kids being able to go to school or go to college now. And then we would pay for really the majority of them. So, and that gets expensive. So, yeah, not having that financial burden too, like, that's a huge swing. Like, I have no idea about the processes or the procedures or the medical stuff or and they just did a really good job of finally, hey, it's almost like giving you the target, like, do this thing. And then I would go do the thing and then they would take it from there.